All right, everybody, it's the beginning of the month. Here we are already in June. Woohoo! For those of us who love to look at data and try and predict the future, this is one of our favorite days because we can now look back on what happened the month before. So I've got our fun charts that we like to review every month and talk about inventory, on price, on what's selling, and then some of the longer term trends that we see. So when we look at InfoSparks, which is pulled through our multiple listing service, MRED, and we look at what's happening for closed sales in the last 3 years, I really want you to zoom in here because when we see May, it dips. This is COVID last year, and then here we are on our way to recovery again. More importantly, what I want you to see are these trend lines, right? So they look the same or relatively the same, even though we had impacts from years where we didn't have COVID to where we specifically did here. So behind this, I'm gonna take off this top chart, but what you'll see, this trend line here behind it, this is the inventory level and it goes down. So keep in mind, our closed sales has continued on the same chart for the last 3 years. What's changed about last year is right here, and the number of homes for sale. So we saw this trend line historically where it would go up and then come down and then come up and then go down, and then whoop, we didn't come up last year. In May of 2020, we had 559 houses for sale. This year, we're at 216 houses. So on the chart before, you saw the same number of houses are selling, well, relatively, the same number of houses are selling, the same number of buyers are out there. There's just no homes for sale. This number is significantly lower than where we normally are. We're normally at 871 houses in 2018 or 823 houses in 2019. So we've seen a dramatic drop in the number of homes for sale. So that is an indication of this chart here. So this is the average sales price. And in Champaign County, when we look at each data point, it's the 1 month of activity. So looking at last May 2020, the average sales price was $191,596. This year, in May 2021, it was $220,889. What's crazy is that is up almost $20,000 from the average sales price of a home that closed in April, just 1 month earlier in 2021. So when people are, wondering what's happening in the market, how is the market doing? Can we build wealth? Come over this way because I want to show you now. So these are both the same charts. It's just how we present the data a little bit differently. So in this one, for the average sales price, and this is from 2008 to 2021, our marker is high, right? A lot higher, to the tune of about, let's just guess, is about 155,000 up to just above 220,000. So in the 13 years that we are tracking this data, yes, real estate is a great long-term investment. Here it is with each data point in 12 months of activity. This one's really impressive. So again, that same number, these numbers are the same. They just look different on the chart. So we are going up. When we look at, really, I started this, what's happening in this last year. So when you look at this right here, that's the most important thing. You're looking from June of 2019 up to May of 2021, and we've spiked. So this is all good news. The biggest question now is, if I sell my home, where am I gonna go? I know I can get money for it, but where am I gonna go once I've got it under contract? You have options. Let's talk about them. If you're wondering, okay, well, how do I make this work? Let me know. I'm happy to walk you through it, make you think of some things you haven't thought of before. And all this is all good stuff. This is all good news. So let us know how we can help. Call me at 217-418-6683. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of the day.